Hello, everybody, and welcome to Virtual Bourbon. My name is Steve Akley, and we have a fun show today because we have a legend from the world of bourbon with us, Mr. Jason Brauner. Hey, Jason, what's going on, man?
Oh, not much. Hey, Steve. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, we're going to talk about the whiskey in just a second. I do want to talk about your place because we do get people that watch these on YouTube. We do have some folks that don't attend every event that we do here. So I think before we talk about your bourbon slash whiskey brand, let's talk a little bit about your bourbon bar. So tell us a little bit about Bourbons Bistro.
Well, where to begin? We started here in 2005 on a lark. We were drinking whiskey and wanted to open a restaurant. So had a lot more time than I had money. And so we did it. And single barrel picks, we've been doing that for, actually it's going on, it'll be 17 years this year.
Wow.
I've missed a year or two there with COVID, but yeah, we'll be here for 17 years. And man, it's been one kind of crazy ride.
Yeah. Yeah. What's so cool about your place, and the people that are on this call that have been to your place, there's some really special things about Bourbons Bistro. Not only when it was established, it's been there a long time, and the folks that you meet there, you never know who you're going to run into. I mean, Mark and Sherry Carter, I see them like every time I'm there, and there's always someone from the bourbon world there. One time I met the guy from Four Roses who controls who goes on the samples thing. And that's paid off because now every time they come out with a new product, they send it to me. So you just never know who you're going to run into at Bourbons Bistro, which is really cool. But that's only part of the story. The great whiskey, but the food there is incredible too. Louisville is a foodie town. And the amazing thing is you may have not only your best bourbon selection, your best bourbon experience at Bourbons Bistro, but you also might have your best meal in Louisville, which is saying something again, because it is a great town for food. So that's pretty cool, isn't it, Chase? You got to be pretty proud of that.
Yeah, I love it, because I love to eat. so, when I was a kid, it was, a latchkey kid. I was making stuff at home, and it's like, I'm going to try to make something good, try to pass that on to people and just love it. I love the whole industry.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a nice place to go. Jason is a good guy. He's usually, behind the bar. That's the cool thing too. You go in there and he's either sitting out on the dining floor talking to people, or he's at the bar, chatting. He's not the bartender there. He's got crew, of course, staff that does that. But he's there. He's talking bourbon. He's rubbing elbows with the folks that are coming in, and it's just a really special experience. Somebody who is so well respected in the industry because he knows everybody. Because he's probably hosted a dinner with them. If they're a master distiller or something like that, he's probably done some sort of event with them over time, right, Jason?
Yeah, I mean, there's not many I can think of that we haven't done any stuff with. I know there, I call them new distilleries, but there's even the new guys is what I've called. We've done dinners with New Riff and a dinner with Neely though, but he's here plenty. He's here enough. I don't know.
Right? Yeah, he's hanging out there.
But so. Yeah, I mean, we're kind of I always call us kind of a bridge between the old and the young, the old and the new, I guess.
Yeah, that is kind of a cool thing, and we like to play cards too, and sometimes we'll play at the Bourbons Bistro. And Jason and I, because we got all the younger guys from the industry there, there's times when we've stepped back and been like, this is the next generation of distillers and things like that. So it's kind of a cool thing that you see going on at Bourbons Bistro. You do get to all the people that and you've known forever, but you also get the new crew in there too, which is cool. So Jason, tell us a little bit about your whiskey brand, and when did you get this thing going? Was that 2019 that you started, or when was that?
We came out on the market in 2019, but it seems like we've been working on it since, at least if not 2017, maybe 2016. We tried to get a distillery funded for several years and realized that we couldn't raise that type of money. And so we decided to start our own brand. And once we got it all organized, we did hit the market in July of 2019. So there was a lot of things building up to that, you know, a lot of years already put in and wasted money, you know, before then. But yeah, there's a lot of things that we did that got us to that point. And, you know, we were really excited about the fall of 2019. We came out in July, and then, of course, COVID hit and really kind of sidetracked the whole brand. So,
Yeah. So what's special about your whiskey company is you have this great friendship. So a personal friendship with the director of research and development and Andrew Webrink at ISC. Not that they would treat you any different. You know, they treat all their customers well. So we're not saying there's any sort of thing like that, but it does help that you knew the individual that would, that ultimately there was a personal relationship before, you know, your company started working with his company, which I think is pretty cool. And, you know, the big difference between you and some of the other whiskeys that are out there, because you're buying whiskey just like any sourced brand would, but then you're doing something to some sort of unique finish and things like that. And you're really getting creative, a lot of proprietary stuff that you work on with Andrew and the team there at ISC. So tell us a little bit about some of the stuff that you guys are doing in terms of making your whiskey unique.
well, you know, I mean, Andrew's worked with all the big guys. He developed the Makers 46 program. And he's worked with Beam, you know, you name it, he's worked with them.
Eddie Russell.
And so,
I mean, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
we got to talking and yeah. And, you know, after many whiskeys and, you know, lots of chatter and bullshit, you know, decided to he started to get a feel for what my palate would be if we did this, you know, if I did this whiskey company. And so working real closely with him, he's developed these barrels for me, which I love. I mean, we've got, I think 12 proprietary barrels now. And so we always call it, it's a love-hate relationship with what I'm going to call it is a spice rack of barrels. I mean, it explains kind of what it is on a simple term, but it's really more than that. I've learned, taking his classes and learned more about wood, you know, over the past 3 and 4 years than probably any normal person should know or need to know.
Yeah.
But
go ahead. Sorry.
It's really the development of the barrels and how we do it. And honestly, I think we're just now scratching the surface of what the whiskey industry could be. And it's not, you know, I'm not a big fan I never was a big fan of secondary aging, just because, I mean, it's a great marketing tool. You take some young, harsh whiskey and you put it in a port barrel or put it in a rum barrel or whatever you want to do, put it in a wine barrel, and it rounds the edges off. So you can take it to market a little sooner. It's picking up flavor from these other barrels. But I've always been a traditional type of person as far as whiskey goes. And it's like, you know, that's a little bit cheating to me.
Right.
So through time and temperature, we're not cheating. We're just, I mean, these are brand new 53-gallon barrels that we're using. And we're doing the science to draw the flavor from the barrel that we already have. So it's not adding these outside flavors. It's adding flavors that maybe years ago, the big companies didn't have the technology to look into the wood, you know, on a cellular level, to know really what's coming out of the wood, the actual chemical process that's taking place with time and temperature. And it's baffling. I mean, if you look at the data, it's baffling that what wood sugars we can bring out and what we can leave behind at certain times and certain temperatures. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Jason, last question before we start tasting some whiskey here is, where's the company at today? I know that, you know, you've expanded beyond Kentucky now. So give us a quick update as to where Buzzard's Roost is right now.
Well, I'll do a quick history because it's short for now, but
Sure.
we started out with Neely. Royce did me a solid and got us up on our feet because we were so small, and it would just cost us an arm and a leg to go somewhere else. He got us up with a couple barrels up and running, got the brand going. Kind of quickly, he outgrew us. We outgrew him. We went to Kentucky Artisan Distillery. Kind of outgrew those guys real quick, and they were growing too. So, it's kind of, hey, we've got to move on, and no hard feelings anywhere. And ended up at Bardstown Bourbon Company, where right now it's just a great fit.
Right.
We're really hands-on about what we do with our barrels. We want to see what's going on with every bit of it, and they let us do that, and the other guys did too. But we're real particular about how we do our whiskey. So that takes us to Bardstown. We're able to grow being there because we can do obviously bigger. We can expand our production. So we're actually by the end of January, we're going to be in 5 states. We're in Kentucky, Massachusetts. We'll be in Arkansas, New Mexico, and Ohio. Wow. And then after that, by the end of this year, we're supposed to be, by the end of 2022, we're supposed to be in 12 states.
12 states by the end of the year. That's amazing. So yeah, things are really coming together. I know it takes a little while to get things going, but it sounds like you're on that path now. And yeah, congratulations on that. We look forward to watching things to continue to evolve. Let's try some of this. Jason, I've got them lined up in proof order. Is that the order that you want to go tonight? Or, I always like that. You're the master blender for the company. So I want to make sure that sounds good to you. Is that what you want to do, Jason? The toasted barrel first, coming in at 105? Or you want to go with the bourbon?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let's go toasted and go bourbon, and then we'll go rye.
Okay, fair enough. All right. So if you haven't done so already, pour that 105, the toasted straight rye whiskey. Jason, what can you tell us about this as we're pouring it? Let it set for just a little bit here before we get to the tasting portion.
And Steve didn't think I would have any on hand, so he sent me samples as well.
I did, yeah, because I know that it continues to evolve. You do new releases, and I wanted to make sure you had the exact same stuff we did. So I sent you samples. That's a courtesy. That's called a courtesy in the industry. So yeah. That was that.
We go with toast.
Yeah, toast is first. Toast is first. I'm going to go ahead and pour the next one, which is the bourbon. I'll pour that too. I want to get some time on that one. A little bit higher proof. I think it's a good idea. So you may want to do that.
Actually, the toasted for me, it really, really needs to open up. So if it's possible to open that, we'll taste it, set it aside, and then come back to it.
Oh yeah.
Air really helps that. A ton.
Yeah, we always like to go through twice anyway. So yeah, that's a good idea. So yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, if he can possibly leave that, we'll sip it now, but then put it to the side.
Okay, let's talk a little bit on the nose. Man, it's really nice on the nose, buddy. Kind of soft, a little florally.
Should have sent me a bigger sample.
Now you're getting crazy. Now it's too much. Is that your old Crow glass there? What do you got there? What's the glass you got that in, Jason?
Yeah.
He's got those. Yeah, he likes those old Crow glasses. You can find those on eBay and stuff. They're cool. What else you guys getting on the nose on this one? Like I said, a little floral, a little sweet. Marshmallow's good. Yeah, that's kind of a doughy sweet. So
picking up some mint as well.
Mint, yeah.
I get brown sugar.
Brown sugar, okay. That's pretty good. All right, first one of the night. So cheers, gang. Let's give this thing a taste. See what we got.
Cheers. I wish I could say it was my first one. I had the undaunting task of picking a barrel of Knob Creek today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I talked to you while you were doing that. So, yeah.
Yeah, about 10 o'clock, we were sipping 120 proof bourbon out in the warehouse. Makes for a good day.
Yeah. Yeah. Taste wise, what are you guys thinking here? I say the mouthfeel is really nice on this, Jason. You do get that spiciness of the rye. It does warm up really, really nicely too on the finish. I mean, it's kind of sweet up front, kind of cinnamon, like a cinnamon Danish or something like that, I'd say, taste wise I'm getting. But what about some of you other folks?
Once again, to me, we're working with Andrew, and he's kind of grown to know my palate, drinking single barrels and different things that we picked out, how I lean. Is that, I've been a bourbon fan forever, and for this to be a 95% rye, we definitely, when we're doing barrels, we're looking for the tones that are going to impart, more bourbony flavors, with those toffees and those vanillas and sugars and brown sugar notes to it.
Yeah.
Some of the florals will come out from the rye and different things, but we're definitely, I always, like I said, want to make it a sipping whiskey to where you don't have any problem just sipping on it. And for 95% rye, I think this does a pretty good job.
Yeah, I think mission accomplished there. This is a sip and rye for sure. I mean, this is very, very good on the taste. Yeah, something that, you would definitely enjoy one after another. It's good stuff.
It's already starting to open up a little bit.
Yeah. Ben, what are you thinking about this one? You probably haven't tried this one, have you?
I'm sorry.
Ben, out in California.
I haven't tried this one. And Jason, it's nice to meet you. I'm out in California, man. And I've told the guys and the gals plenty of times that I'm just not a big rye guy. But this is actually a rye that I find subtle, that I could sip on and enjoy. It's not overpowering with the heat. So I actually enjoy this. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I was never a rye fan, never. So I appreciate that. That's hopefully we're moving in the right direction.
Yeah. Curated by a guy with the same philosophy there, Ben. So that makes sense. Cam, you were wanting to jump in. What are you getting as you taste this one?
Yeah, I think it's got some interesting back and forth between sweet and spicy going on there.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm getting like caramel and just straight up like sugar, but then also like some zing, almost like a chili pepper for a minute. And then even like a tobacco note going on there. So I like that sort of back and forth interplay with those flavors.
Big layering of flavors. Lots of things going on there for sure. I heard Mr. Bill give it his highest mark he does. Yeah. Right, Mr. Bill? It was
I like it.
I like it. Jason, that's as good as it gets in the world of whiskey right there. That's that's double gold and other award shows and stuff like that. Yeah.
I like ryes a whole lot, but I also like this, I mean, this is subtle, but it's awesome.
Yeah.
Very enjoyable.
I mean, like I said, most American ryes are probably 53 to 57% rye, but this one we with the 95% rye, I think it just really says something about the rebarreling.
Oh yeah. Especially when you get those what I would call a Kentucky rye. That's usually just barely over the legal limit for rye. You get into Pennsylvania rye, Maryland rye, a little bit higher thing, and a lot of stuff Indiana does too. Of course, they're known for the high rye, but I like what you've got here. What about the Robinsons? They're usually good at some of these tasting notes. Whoops, you're on mute. Still on mute. It's eloquent what he's saying. I could tell it's eloquent, but yeah.
Sorry about that. Didn't
Oh,
realize
that's
I was on mute. I said we've had the pleasure of drinking this for a while now, and the toasted is one of my favorites of what Jason does.
That's cool. That's cool. Melanie, what about you? What do you think about this one?
I'm not usually a rye fan, but it's good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Chip, have you tried this one before? Chip was getting, he was jumping on there, and now we've lost him. Is Indiana in your list of places to go, Jason, as we wait for him to come back on? Got a couple folks here from Indiana tonight. 3 at least.
As far as what states we're going into?
Yeah, is Indiana on that? You said 12 by the end of the year. Is Indiana one of those, just for our Indiana contingent here tonight?
You know, I honestly don't know. What happened is we have joined the craft arm of Southern Distillery or Southern Distributing.
Glazer? Oh,
Yeah, Southern Glazer. So
Yeah.
they're doing all the paperwork, and they said they want us in 12 states by the end of the year. All the other paperwork we've done ourselves, but the other states should fall pretty quick. And I know that it's going to be North Carolina, Florida, Texas, California, Illinois,
oh, good.
and then I don't know. I know. Well, we're already in it. We're just okayed for Ohio. So I don't know about Indiana. It just depends. I mean, I don't see why not. I know that they want to look at Tennessee and Georgia too. People have been talking. So as long as we've got the juice to supply the our growth, you know, we'll be in as many states as possible. But it's just that I don't want to end up like all these other guys, and I've been on the short end of the stick many times of allocations and whatever, but I've vowed never to leave my customers hanging, the ones that already have the product. So we're not going, just so we can say we're in 50 states, we're not going to shortchange the states that we're.
Yeah. That's a solid approach for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Make sure you take care of the people that got you to where you're at. And I think you can never go wrong with that. So that's good. All right, let's set this one aside just for now, and we'll get anybody who wasn't engaged. That first one there, we'll get you talking about this one. Let's go ahead and pour our last one of the night. Let's pour one ahead. So we're pouring our last one. We'll go to number 2, which is the bourbon, coming in at 114.4. That's the next one we're going to be trying here. Grab that, and let's talk about that one on the nose.
Got to find another shot glass.
Okay. Makes sense. What are we thinking on the nose here? It's a little peanut brittle. I mean, maybe a little banana in there too. It's interesting. That's an Elvis. It's a peanut butter and banana sandwich. I like that.
I don't know if I'd go peanut brittle, but it does have a buttery aspect to it.
Yeah.
You know.
It's good on the nose for sure. All right, let's try it.
Vanilla cake dough.
Yellow cake dough. Okay. Yeah.
Vanilla. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I was gonna say like banana, not bread.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. So to me, these two, I mean, you know, just about my all-time favorites. But this one hard. To me, in this 114, it's got this real thin layer of honeysuckle on the back.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's almost a real thin, wispy honey. Is right on the very back, on the very finish of it.
Yeah. Yeah, this represented your first time you delved into bourbon. So again, you're a bourbon guy, and then you've been many releases of different types of ryes, but this was the first bourbon that you released. So, and that was just last year, 2021. So about 2 years into your whiskey journey, you finally released your first bourbon, which is cool. We're trying that offering here. What are you getting on the taste on this one, Justine?
I agree with the honeysuckle. I also get like a little, got some zest to it, like orange zest, something citrusy.
Something citrus, okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good. I like it. I'm stealing Mr. Bill's line.
Yeah, I'm getting all that too, and then a little bit up front on that kind of peanut brittle taste that I said I nosed. I think it's there on the taste too. Jack, how about you? What are your thoughts as you taste this one?
I think it has a really interesting finish. It almost finishes like a rye. It's got a little bit of a bite to it at the end, and I can't say enough good things about it.
Yeah, that's good. Mike?
With you on the peanut brittle, I'm kind of getting a little more of that roasted, that roasted flavor kind of hits right up front. That's really nice. I'm going almost more like a payday.
Yeah.
A little peanut up front, and then it's kind of some caramel linger in the back. And it's almost got like some peanut, a little salty going on, at least for me, but I'm drinking out of these half-ass hotel glasses. So,
oh yeah,
you get what you get.
Yeah. Payday is underrated. I think that's a good candy bar. So yeah. Need a nice boost. Get a
Payday. Steve, when I worked at Vendome, they did these union breaks, which I didn't know. I usually just work through them until they finally told me, "Hey man, you need to stop and take a break." So I was okay. We'll head to the break room, and I would get a Payday almost every day. At Vendome, I love Paydays, and I would get the Lay's cheddar chips, whatever. There's a certain brand. Lay's has got a
they're like the orange ones,
the orange
cheddar.
Yeah, something. Yeah, those are good. I like those too. Couple of solid choices there, Jason.
Yeah, the sour cream and cheddar.
Yeah.
So it'd be, just a real healthy lunch or a break. I'd get.
Jason's an interesting guy because he's, bar industry guy. Now has a whiskey brand, but he also a way to, I don't know, he's said to blow off steam to get his head right. He likes to weld, and he used to, work and weld at Vendome for many years, and did some stuff at Churchill Downs too, didn't you? Help with an awning there or something like that. You're welding there for a while, so yeah, a part-time welder too.
Yeah,
interesting. You can teach. Royce wants to learn how to weld. This is his new thing. He's like, I got to take some classes. I want to learn how to weld. So that's an important skill in this business, apparently. So there's always equipment you got to weld and stuff. So he's trying to learn.
I weld everywhere but in a distillery, but just because all the fumes blow your ass up.
Yeah. I think you're right on.
Yeah, in a different setting. Yeah, hell yeah, you can weld all you want, but
inside a distillery, yeah. That's interesting. So yeah, we got a cool little project coming up with Royce. We've been looking for 2 years now for the right type of log that looks like shaped like a still, because the old log still thing was a thing. We all kind of know this now from the Dant family opening up Log Still Distillery, and we've told Royce has a logging friend. And he's been looking for this log for 2 years. He says he finally found it. He's got the perfect one for us. So we're gonna try running on the log up there at some point. We're gonna invite all these people from the bourbon industry. Jason, we'll have to have you there for that, of course. But it's gonna be a fun event, man. We're gonna see if we can make whiskey on a log like they used to. So that'll be fun. Hopefully we don't blow ourselves up. If we do, it's a good way to go because it'll be memorable. All those famous people going, I'd just be the add-on and Steve Akley. And or like at the old Gilligan's Island when it's like, and the rest. Here's who died, and then and the rest. I guess I'd just be and the rest.
If you blow
How much are tickets for that podcast?
Yeah, we should sell tickets. We got, I mean, Freddie No's supposed to be there, and Molly Wellman and Wally Dant and all these cool people said that they want to be part of this. So we're gonna be filming it. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But Brad, how about you, man? What are your thoughts as you taste first ever bourbon from Buzzard's Roost?
I think Justine kind of nailed it with the citrus part, because I did the Freddie Johnson water
Oh yeah.
in the mouth thing. And it really thinned out the finish, which I did not like. But it also, I got a little bit of the honeysuckle and some of the citrus. And then when I drank it again after that, now I'm getting like orange bitters.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we had Freddie on earlier this week, and he always brings something different. And he had a way of tasting, Jason. So you start out, you take a drink of water, just like this. Drink of water. Then you take your whiskey and you just take it up to your lips. You don't take it in your mouth or anything like that. You just take it up to your lips. And of course, you're going to get on your tongue. You start getting that taste. And then he said, next step is to take a drink of water and then leave that in your mouth, and then add about an equal amount of whiskey to it and drink that. And then a third time, then just sample it like you normally would. And it was really a cool way to taste whiskey. It gives you some different flavors, and Brad's apparently trying on this and it worked well, huh, Brad?
Yeah, it worked. Yep.
Yeah. So it's worth trying. Freddie always comes up with something different every time we have him on. And yeah, he's a cool dude for sure. What else? Anybody else? Something they want to add? Yeah, give it a shot. See what you think of that. If we got water, we'll do that on the next one. We'll
I don't have any water right now, but next time I will.
Next time you have some water and
Brown water.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Let's put that one aside again for now. We'll come back. We'll go back through all of these, but let's grab our third one here. Again, this is going to be a barrel strength rye. This one comes in at 115.2. 15.2. Oh. Very different on the nose than anything else that we've had tonight.
Yeah.
All my glassware must be in the dish room. I don't know where it is.
No glasses up there, huh? No. You just have to drink it out of the bottle, I guess. What do we think on the nose? There's a lot going on the nose on this one. What are you catching, Justine? You're usually good at this.
I get citrus and honey.
Citrus and honey, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I like
A little mint too.
Little mint, yeah. What'd you say, Brad?
I like the honey.
Mm-hmm. Honey, yeah.
Thank you, sweetie.
I mean, Melanie. Sorry.
I need a drum in here with the rim shot. Yeah. All right, let's try this. Here we go. Man, which is my favorite, Jason? Which is ever the one I'm drinking right now, brother? Ooh, that is good. That's totally different. Very different than your toasted rye, of course, different than your bourbon. That is really, really solid.
Got a great mouth feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
Real viscous, kind of a little bit chewy. I mean, it's coats you for sure.
Dude, this
And
one gets you in
it's-
trouble. Yeah. If we were
It's
doing
front
guess
to
the
back.
yeah. I'm sorry, and your internet's got a little bit of delay there, so I apologize when I'm talking over you there. But if I had to guess the proof, I think I would guess this one the lowest, and it's the highest one of the night.
Hey, Jason, do you know what the sweet feed is? That you'd feed horses and such?
The sweet feed you'd feed horses.
I'm sorry, sweet feed?
Yeah.
Sweet feed, yeah. That you feed horses?
I enjoy that smell. I think it's awesome. And I'm getting a little bit of that on this,
Oh, okay.
on the nose.
I'm not sure about sweet feed. Unless it's just grain that you're talking about, the mash, or no, just something different.
No, it's different. It was it's like something you'd feed. It's a sweet feed that you'd feed a horse. It's got some rye in it, of course, and then like some molasses. And
Really?
I've always loved the smell.
My buddy's got some horses, and I go down to his farm quite often, but I'll have to ask if they ever feed him sweet feed, and they usually just roam in the pasture. So I'll have to see if they have any, or take a smell of it.
Right. To me, it's an awesome smell.
Yeah. Okay.
I get just the heat to this is only in the mouth. It's just peppery in the mouth, and then there's no hug, so it's just really drinkable.
Yeah.
It does not seem as high proof as it is.
Yeah. Mouth feels great, but it's soft. I mean, this one is just an easy drinker. Yeah, it's really delicious. Again, kind of on the baked goods spectrum there, I'd say, but also kind of sweet and citrusy too a little bit. So
Jason, this is 95.5 also.
Yes. Yeah. All the ryes we do are all 95.5.
Okay.
Nice. Cam, what do you think about this one on the taste?
Yeah, I like this. It's it's obviously got a nice spicy character to it. I think it's got like kind of a, even though it's not difficult to drink, it's got kind of a big flavor to it. And I'm even getting like some of that lemon zest going on there, which I like. And then that finish going into that rye spice and even kind of a leathery note there, which I think is really enjoyable.
Yeah. Chip, how about you? As you taste this one, what are your thoughts?
I like the texture of it. I get like eucalyptus, sassafras, and mint, like just a weird combination of all three of those things. Like the sassafras is under there. I mean, my father-in-law likes to use sassafras and shine, and it kind of has like that little bit of sassafrasy notes to it, and the texture of it is like almost aloe-y, sort of eucalyptusy, sort of, I don't know. I mean, it's interesting.
Yeah, for sure. How about you, Jack? It's coming to Ohio, so that's good news for you.
Now, there's a fullness to it that I really like. Not that I did like the toasted barrel, but this one really has a mouth to it. Very much on the mint, but I kind of taste different things every time I get a sip. So
yeah, I do think you're right about that. It's one of those where each sip yields a different flavor.
I need a bigger sample. So.
We'll have to put this in some of our session one where we do the double samples. So yeah. Ben, how about you, man? What are your thoughts here? Again,
I like Mr. Bill was saying when it comes to the molasses. So you can kind of taste that sweetness at the end. And then I did what Brad was talking about with a little bit of water, and that really allowed it. So then it was kind of like honey. So then I go with like what Melanie was saying, because then I could really taste, that sweetness to it. And for the proof and the high rye, it really doesn't have, I didn't really get too much pepper.
Yeah.
Where it was like overpowering to my palate. So I could taste the flavors. It's good stuff, man.
Yeah.
And,
so same thing. You're in favor of this one? You're not a rye guy. So that's
I'm not a rye guy.
And this one's okay though, right?
Yeah. So you're doing a good job, Jason.
There you go.
Thank you. Because I'm not a rye guy.
Yeah. Yeah. What about Mike? What are your thoughts, man?
I'm not a rye guy either, but you could drink this one for this is fall off the porch.
Till you fall off the porch. Yeah. It's the McNew scale of you drink it, so you just fall off the porch. That's when you know you're done. Yeah. She really needs to move into a house with a front porch again. So yeah. We can get reports from her neighbors of McNew fell off the porch again. So okay, congratulations go out to McNew, by the way. Her 5th career change in 6 months just happened this week. She spent a lot of time in, onboarding in the last 6 months.
She's a professional trainee.
Yeah, I congratulated her on this job and the one that she'll announce in 2 weeks. That way I'm done. So the next one, I don't even have to say anything. I've already congratulated her on that one too. So, gosh, I love McNew, but that's
what is she doing now?
she works,
What is she doing now? I must have missed it.
Yeah, so it's funny because she's worked in insurance. That's been a big thing, but bills and stuff like that, dealing with claims and all that kind of stuff. So now she's working at a dental practice, not like a one single dentist office, but a group of them. But she works with the insurance company. So she's kind of the go-between all these dentist offices, the patients and the insurance company. So so that's her new career. So so that's what McNews doing. Don't get too attached to that job though, Jason. It might not be there in a few months. So we'll see. You gotta love McNew. It's just you gotta love her. I mean, she's awesome.
And she gets a new job and another new dog.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
She told me she'd never get another dog, and I this is Justine knows this because I told her, but she had accepted, which she would have this one too. She accepted a Saint Bernard from a friend of ours, who then they found the owner for. So she didn't get the Saint Bernard, but she got a German Shepherd. So she's got 5 dogs now, including a Mastiff and a Saint Bernard and a Husky. I mean, not a Saint Bernard, a German Shepherd, a Husky, and then 2 smaller dogs. So she's got a little kind of almost looks like a Chihuahua mix, the one that she really likes, Oakley, and then she's got the one she doesn't like. I forget that dog's name, but yeah, she's got 5 dogs now. Could have had 6. Milo.
Hopefully the one that she doesn't like isn't listening.
Yeah, hopefully Milo doesn't listen. I tell you what, I went to her house for her wedding. A group of us were there. Some folks on here were even there, like Justine. But I think Milo was the best behaved out of all the dogs. But,
You'd have to hire a circus crew to clean up after that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, be careful falling off that porch.
Yeah, there's some landmines out there for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, Robinson.
Did you recently, Steve? You said something about falling off the sidewalk.
Steve, I have it in my phone.
Yeah. What about Jason's phone?
Yeah, we didn't say we fell off the sidewalk, but the hazmat event the other day,
Okay.
Dad was fall off the sidewalk strong. So
Yeah, that one was 148.7 or something. So, that one was up there. What were you saying about your phone, Jason? Sorry, you cut out, man.
My internet sucks here for some reason, but no, I was looking on the phone. Are you the Key West trip coming up?
That's coming up. Yes. So I will be heading that way because I'm driving and stopping and seeing some friends along the way. So I actually leave not this Saturday, but a week from Saturday. So I'll be heading down there, and looking forward to it, man. It's coming up. You got to be there one of these years, man.
I wish I could make it. I'm going to say next year for sure.
Okay.
cool.
Cool. You'll love it. We'll never get them away from there. That place is meant for Brauner. So
Brauner just needs an eye patch, and he'd be right at home.
exactly. Yeah. All right, let's set this one aside again. We're going to go back through again a little bit higher level view as we go through them a second time, just to see, because as Jason even mentioned, like the first one he said air. So let's talk a little bit about what we're getting as we try this a second time. Ooh. On the nose, I mean, kind of a caramel bomb now. I mean,
Yeah, that air it out and open it up really makes a difference.
Yeah.
A lot more caramel.
Yeah.
Hey, Jason, do your barrels typically lean towards citrus notes? Do you know? And I'll say this only because I got citrus in just about every glass here.
I think that's MGP really.
Okay.
That's something we haven't, and I can look more into what those extractives would be as far as chemically naming them on our spider graphs and things. But I know we deal with a lot of furfurols and eugenols and glycols, and so I'll see if any of those have any citrus tones.
No, doesn't matter to me. Just curious.
No,
Melissa?
no, it's a great question. Yeah, it's a great question, man. I'd love to look into that, see whether it comes from MGP or it comes from us.
Okay. All right, let's give this one another taste. Let's see what we got. See if we talked nose. Let's talk on the taste here.
Dogs under the porch.
Yeah.
I think that's McNew in the background somewhere.
Yes. Is anyone? We have 3 different households here from Indiana. Maybe someone lives by McNeil. You don't have to be very close to hear dogs barking.
Oh man, those are the wife's poodles, or little
Okay.
mini poodles.
Poodles. Poodles. Okay.
Somebody said about McNew's German Shepherd that she got a dog for her dogs.
Mm-hmm.
We had a German Shepherd, and they made me trade it in for poodles.
I'd rather have the
Story.
German Shepherd.
True story, man. 1 man, 4 girls. I can only do so much.
Yeah.
Right?
You don't win too many battles, I don't think, with that. Yeah, the
I'm glad
ratios are
I'm
working
on this
against
with you guys drinking bourbon. so
True,
I'm
you're
gonna
lucky to
just
be
leave
here.
it
You're very lucky to be here. So
You're lucky you're inside. Yeah.
yeah, true.
And I got a shirt, so I can't
Yeah.
say no more, right?
Yeah, it's
An
true.
awesome shirt.
Mhm.
At least
So you
3
take
people bought it.
the second time, what?
Yeah, what are your thoughts? Anybody want to add anything the second go around with this?
On the nose, I'm picking up some tea now.
Okay.
Couldn't
I think-
smell it
I
the
think-
first time, but I really smelled the brown sugar this time. I couldn't really smell it the first time, but
Brown
not.
sugar. Okay. Taste wise, it ratcheted down a little of the spiciness, made it a little bit more manageable on the taste. So that's kind of nice. I mean, it's just real even now, it's really a sipper. Before it kind of heated up a little bit. This is very good right now. It's at a very good point for sure. Anything else taste wise you guys notice?
Like a buttered toast.
Mm-hmm. Buttered toast. Nice.
It's sweet and buttery for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's pull our second one here. And this is the bourbon. Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah. Kind of like waffles.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Getting that, the smell of the actual waffles and the syrup on top too, even.
Little honey
Yeah, with
butter
syrup on
with.
Yeah, yeah, honey butter. That's nice, Jason.
Damn.
That's really good.
Like the butter that you get with your biscuits at or your rolls at Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Nice. All right, let's try it.
Well,
Here.
thank
Yeah. I'm still getting some of that, kind of peanut buttery
Mhm.
flavor, but it's almost like you grilled that peanut butter sandwich.
Well, Elvis did like the grilled peanut butter and banana sandwiches, so
Yeah, and plenty
makes
of
sense.
butter.
It takes.
Didn't he like-
Yeah,
Didn't he like bologna on that too?
maybe. Sure. I mean, why not? If you're gonna do it, just go all out. I guess. Throw the bologna on.
You
it.
know, on the second one now, a bit after, it's a lingering aftertaste is a little bit of a grape.
Grape. Okay.
I like it.
Mm-hmm. Well, there you go, Jason. Again, this is as good as it gets.
A double like it.
A double. Yeah, that's
me,
never
it's
been.
got-
It's never been done before, actually.
No,
We've never got a double like it in one
to
night.
me,
So
it's almost got a little, almost this buttery almondy, almost like a Marcona almond, like this oily, a little bit, but more buttery almondy type thing.
mhm.
Almost like a nougat.
Yeah. Yeah. Boy, it's really good though. Yeah, these are all McDo-ish. I mean, drink them till you fall off the porch. They're all just that good. I mean, very drinkable, which I think is about as high as accolades as I can give. So, I mean, I'm no Mr. Bill, but drinkable is a good thing.
I'm ready to Venmo you for another collector set, Steve. I don't know how we need to make it work.
Yes. Oh yeah.
I was going to say the biggest compliment I can give to you, Jason, is I would stock your rye on my bar, and I don't drink rye, man. So
Mhm.
I don't know, Steve. I might be talking to you too about how we can make that work.
how you can, yeah.
Until it hits California, at least.
Yeah, maybe after we turn off the recorder, we can talk. There you go. Yes, that's solid. Very, very solid. Let's go to our last one. Let's go back to the rye, barrel strength rye, over 115 proof here, folks.
Oh man, the air is really. Of course, I've got this big ass glass, but
Mhm.
man,
The air is very good to it.
It is very kind.
Is
to
anybody
you.
else getting any chocolate on that?
Yeah, I got sweeter.
They like s'more or something, like little
S'mores.
marshmallow, little chocolate, little graham.
Yeah. Dark chocolate.
Mhm.
I like it.
Mm.
Three, I like it.
Damn it, boy.
That's the trifecta,
Yeah.
Jason. Yeah, that should be up on the Buzzard Roost website tomorrow.
What-
The trifecta.
What we got to do, Bill? We got to turn around and just show the big thumb on our back.
Yeah,
right now. Or what?
exactly.
Yeah.
There you go. There it is. There it is. I like it.
Hey, Bill, you're not wearing pants.
You're supposed to be looking at the thumb, Brad.
No, I just fell off.
Yeah. Yeah.
oops.
All right, let's taste this thing.
No, that's awesome.
Mhm.
Good God Almighty.
Jason, this is the only one that we don't have yet. And guess what I'm going to be doing tomorrow?
Uh-huh.
Picking that one up.
I'm looking for this one tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't think we're ranking these, but I do think the barrel
That's the
proof rye might be my favorite.
115.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. 115.2. This is your favorite, Brad, of the night, the third one here?
I think so.
Tell me it's still out there, Jason.
I think it should be. Steve, we got that bottle not too long ago, right?
Right. I got it at oh gosh, why am I forgetting it?
Before
Toddy's.
Christmas.
I got it at Toddy's is actually where I got it.
Oh,
Dang, we were just there and
Really?
I saw the display and we got something else.
I picked that bottle up
Yeah.
at Toddy's, I believe. So I got 3 different bottles. I think Jason, I got one of these bottles from you. I think the bourbon from you. And but I think I picked this one up from Toddy's if I'm correct. And then the other one at Westport Whiskey and Wine, which always carries a lot of your stuff. So
the Liquor Barn had the Toasted. I know that. They had like 3 different ones there.
yeah.
You know, I went into Toddy's when we first hit the market, and I guess he was there or whatever. And he's like, boy, everybody's drinking rye or everybody's drinking bourbon. We don't want any ryes. And I was like, well, you got to try it anyway. And he did. And he seemed to like it. And the ladies there liked it. So, but he still didn't pick it up till like, I don't know what took him so long.
He's got it now, and he's a fan. I talked to him.
I think
about
Fred
it.
No went over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Fred No went over there and put the arm on him.
Well, that's good.
Jason,
Fred-
we even have this one.
Roosted chicken.
I like that. I you know what? I can't that one I had several bottles, but I drank through those quick.
Yeah,
Those
they're small. They go quick.
they go quick. Those little 375.
We're gonna bring that barrel. We're gonna bring that barrel back out at some point.
Are you? Count me in, man. I want some of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, at some point. That was a good barrel. It was just undermarketed, and it was an experiment, and it was really good.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
Well, Robinson's get back down there. See Guthrie. He's going to be doing a bunch of stuff with us. So we got Guthrie coming on some shows and stuff like that.
Cool.
So I've been going and seeing that guy for years. He's a curmudgeon, as we know, but
Yeah.
I put him in my book and now he likes me. So I've been good with Guthrie. So
Yeah. Yeah, the book helps.
yes. Yeah. He definitely liked that. So yeah. So he's a good dude. So, but yeah. What do we think? Well, let's ask everybody. We'll give you guys a second to taste them side by side. And then we'll ask what the favorite is. Let's see what the favorite of the night is, Jason, because they're all really good. I need to go back through myself and so we'll take a couple minutes here, just independent work.
I guess
Trying these.
I better go back through myself.
Full-size bottles.
I had to get a refill.
I'd go back through, but I drank them all.
I don't know, the toasted's pretty good too,
Oh, yeah.
especially after it opened up.
Yeah. All right.
Picked the wrong day to quit drinking whiskey.
All right. All right. I've got my my favorite here. So we're just voting on our favorite. That's all we're voting for. So a show of hands. Whose favorite was number one? The toasted. The toasted. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Solid showing. Whose favorite was number two? The bourbon. Bourbon. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And whose favorite was number 3? The barrel strength.
Hey, Mike, I count every vote.
Wait, I see people voting more than one time here. I mean,
I just leave your hand up the whole time, Mike. You don't have to put it down. Just leave it
I
up the whole
ain't
time.
picking.
it's like voting in Chicago.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
I could've voted
California.
for more.
Yeah, vote frequently. Yes. Okay. It's hard to tell officially there because we had a little bit of voter fraud there, but I believe no matter what, number 3 was the winner there. See,
At least the voters are all alive.
right, exactly. So
We'll call them all winners.
they're all
What-
winners.
what-
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is great. The whole lineup.
Yeah, the
Thanks.
bottom line
Yeah,
is, Jason,
thank
it's
you.
great across the board. Yeah.
Yeah, we just need a meal and bourbons to go with these.
Mhm. So
You know
Jason,
what's so cool?
oh, go ahead, my friend.
I was just gonna say what's so cool is when I go out and do tastings, between here and Massachusetts that we've done, is that we'll take a small batch, we'll have them all laid out, and you would think people would they would gravitate to one, but it's all over the board. That some like the toasted, some don't like the toasted, some like the small batch, single barrel strength, however it goes, but it's pretty much scattered about of who likes what, and it's all pretty even, and so for me that's pretty cool because I think that we're trying to put something out there for everybody, that there's a little something different, certain palates, and hopefully that we're on the right track is what I'm saying. I love that nobody, always goes for one of them over the rest of them.
Yeah. I think we saw that, tonight, that it was across the board. There was fans of all 3 of them. So, a lot of times when we do these, it's, unanimous. We'll do 3 or 4 and everybody will vote for the same one. And it's like, wow, were the other ones bad? Or, in this case, your votes are spread out across all of them. So very, very cool thing. As we start to wrap this up, Jason, you've shared before kind of the next step in the history of Buzzard's Roost. Can you share that again, since you've said that before publicly on our events? I assume you can. If you've reeled that back in and you don't want to say, I'll let you wiggle out of this. But if you can talk about it, let's talk about it.
No, and I hope it'll go through. We're waiting on architects and all of this stuff, but we have signed a lease on a retail kind of mini distillery downtown Louisville, right on Main Street, right in the
Whiskey
heart
Row.
of it.
Yeah.
Maybe, a block or 2 from Victor's and just up or down the street from Old Forester, but we're actually in the same building as Brown Foreman offices. So
Okay.
hopefully we're poking the bear in the right way.
Yeah.
And but anyhow, we're setting up a retail shop, a bar, tasting lab, and we're also we've put a down payment on a doubler, which so we're gonna
So they're going to be, we lost Jason there, but
Forget about better internet connection.
Yeah, the internet's going to be incredible there. Wait till you see the internet he's got at the new place. It's amazing. So
AOL.
yeah. So but
Dial up.
yeah, so you're going to have a doubler there.
Dial
So you'll be doing more kind of experiments and stuff there, though, I assume, right? Or will or will you be doing anything else?
Well, most of our stuff will be coming, our experiments will be through the barrel.
Yeah.
But we're going to be buying first run, probably out of Indiana. And then we're going to turn it into Kentucky whiskey magically, Kentucky rye or Kentucky bourbon through our doubler, clean it up, and then we're going to put it into our proprietary barrels from the get-go, which is a #1 char, and then what we do with our toast. So we're really excited about getting some new make into our barrels that somewhat we have a little bit of say over.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's, I mean, it's tried and true, that way of doing things. I mean, we know that, like A. Smith Bowman, which is a well-known, Virginia whiskey, but it's actually made at Buffalo Trace. They send it over to them, then they run it through their stills, and same type of thing. So you'll be doing a little bit on that type of scale, which is kind of cool. So very, very neat stuff. So congratulations on that. People want to follow the journey, Jason, social media, anything you want to share for Buzzard's Roost or Bourbon's Bistro.
Yeah, I think Buzzard's Roost and Bourbons are out on all the media platforms. I don't really, I do what they tell me on that. My internet connection is terrible, so I'm not a whiz, as you can tell. So thank God we've got people for that.
Exactly.
Because
So
if
you
not,
check 'em
I'd
out.
still be in the Stone Age.
Yeah. The only activity he does in terms of social media, check him out on Instagram if you're part of that. He is Bourbon Redneck on Instagram. That's Jason's handle on there, and he's pretty active on that. So he learned how to do Instagram, and that's what he does now. So, and it's pretty funny stuff. You get to see the Bourbon Redneck lifestyle, which is not bad. So check him out there, and try Buzzard's Roost and get out there to Bourbon's Bistro. Again, just incredible food and whiskey selection second to none. And best of all, you get to talk to Jason. He's there, and he's got a great staff, great crew, but getting to talk to him about whiskey is a pretty cool thing. So with that,
Thanks to all the familiar faces and all the new ones as well. And I really, the support's been unbelievable.
Absolutely. Thanks,
Thank you,
guys. I'll stick around. I'll turn off the recorder for now, though. We'll say goodbye, and I'll stick around. You want to talk whiskey, anything like that. But for now, take care, everybody.
Bye.